Everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back with another recording of Hearthstone. Today is Wednesday, March 7th, and we're not making really any progress at all. I've given up on the Asian account as far as recording. I'll go back and play it in the post-show. I've given up on the European account for the same reason. I've got a tavern brawl that I need to do. We do have a slightly nice thing here where we have a challenge a friend, which I can certainly cheat to get that done, which that only leaves me with 5 victories for the Paladin and Warrior. Against my better wishes, I'm going to trade this out and see if I can get something more. Nope, I just traded it out for 40, and now we have no overlap. So like doing a challenge a friend and doing this are the two. I can cheat both of these though and simply just play myself to get that done later on. So first things first, let's get this tavern brawl done. I imagine somebody could challenge a friend to do the tavern brawl and we could get that done quicker. I still have a ton of tabs open on my news list, but like, I feel like there's not as much to talk about as I think. Maybe I'm just being anxious today. I don't know. Let's just move on. Gamasutra has an article. Congregate has launched a developer-friendly digital games platform called Cartridge. K-A-R-T-R-I-D-G. Which maybe that means it's not going to charge you anything for selling your game on that platform, unlike the 30% that Steam takes. Let's see what it says. Congregate is launching a new community-driven downloadable games platform called Cartridge. Pitched as an evolution of the company's eponymous web-based game portal, Cartridge will essentially be the digital PC marketplace with particular focus on paid-for premium offerings. So, unlike Congregate, which is inherently full of uninteresting free games and like just simple school project games. Congregate says the platform is designed to help developers of all shapes and sizes find success, letting them set their own pricing model, customizing the user experience within the Cartridge ecosystem, and tailor their store pages using a variety of tools. I would not be happy browsing around a storefront like Valve if the website kept changing drastically and did not have a connected, similar feeling theme throughout, because I would just constantly think that I'm getting tricked to go to a different place to put in my credit card information, and I'm going to end up on some place that's going to steal my credit card info. While the platform is centered around premium releases, it will also host free-to-play titles and ad-supported games. Players, meanwhile, will earn rewards by playing their favorite games and will also be able to collect customized achievements and connect with other players using chat, forum, and other social network features. So it is directly attempting to it is directly in the attempt to emulate Steam. And no legendary or epic on this pack either. I did get a legendary and epic in the same pack for the Asian account, the one account I probably needed the least. Let's see. Let's see if Tragic Master wants to play me and get 80 gold. I'm gonna end up playing Tragic Master more than anybody else, but like, he's in the middle of a thing and he went into the middle of a brawl too. So I'd prefer give 80 gold to a fan than just give 80 gold to my second account. Let's see. The next part of this, through a combination of editorial curation and algorithm-focused game surfacing, our goal is to show the right game to the right player at the right time. So they're going to censor / curate games at some level, which is something Valve doesn't do. This approach will help surface titles that are getting lost in other marketplaces. The cartridge platform will also enable us to introduce a new variety of games we've not previously offered on Congregate.com, and will, along with premium publishing incentives, with our premium publishing incentive, allow us to support the broad group of independent developers focused on games for the PC market. Cartridge won't replace Congregate's popular web platform and will sit beside it along the company's mobile publishing business. The new platform is scheduled to launch in summer, but those interested can visit the official website. So let's visit the official website. It doesn't seem like Tragic's going to accept, so in the meantime, Paladin or Warrior games, I suppose. Let's see, Warrior would be a weapons deck, and let's try a Paladin first. Yeah, what they're suggesting to have the website change so drastically seems wrong. You know, it wouldn't be a terrible thought, however, if there was some competition or something that became better than Valve. But I'm already committed to Valve, and so many other people are. So unless this platform, Cartridge, is willing to say, we will give you a free copy of every game we find in your Valve account, which is to say, like, you would give access to Cartridge to your Valve account. They would look at every single game there, and they would say, you now own a free copy, free license to this game completely, which would cost a ton of money. No new marketplace will ever work. Like, I think over 800 games now on Valve. I'm not going to give up 800 games for much of anything. Eurogamer has an article that there is a Nintendo Direct scheduled for tomorrow. Nintendo Direct broadcast has been scheduled for tomorrow, Thursday, the 8th of March at 10 p.m. UK or 2 p.m. Pacific time or 5 p.m. Eastern time. I kind of assume this is going to have a lot to do with the Nintendo Labo. It may also have something to do with Diablo 3 for the Switch, which has been both announced and denied and then confirmed, I believe. So I think that one's actually been all over the board. Let's see. There might be some more Mario Odyssey DLC according to your gamer. I can't even really imagine. They'll probably talk a little bit about the latest update for not Project Arms, just Arms. Or is it called Project Arms? The boxing game, which I guess is the new Punch-Out. Which, why didn't they just make a new Punch-Out? game instead. There's a game that came out May 31st called Witch It, which is a multiplayer hide-and-seek game in a humorous magical world. Brave hunters are tasked to seek the witches who curse their villages. And let me watch this. Like, doesn't look like an awful game. And it's rated very positive. 93% of 6060 users reviewed in the last 30 days rate this very positive. So people are liking this game. It's early access. Unfortunately, it's multiplayer only, so I'll never play it. But yeah, if you want to play hide and seek in a video game fantasy world with witches and comedically animated witches and villagers, this might be the game for you. I think there's probably a lot of games, however, where you play basically hide and seek, so have to be a little careful about finding the good one. Let's see. Gamasutra has an editorial opinion piece called Designing for Coziness. It was written by Tanya X. Man, they don't even force you to put your... No, it's Tanya X Short. And the creators, a group of designers at Project Horseshoe. A lot of these Gamasutra articles are written by video game developers, and again, they may not know what they're talking about, and what they're talking about may not be very helpful to anybody. Let's see, 14, 10. There's a $375 collector's edition for the game Inside that features some kind of item that they're not telling anybody about, made by the company Real Doll, known for making lifelike looking sex dolls that are pretty expensive. Like, what is in there, I really don't know. And it's also, this special edition is also made in conjunction with I Am 8-Bit, and I Am 8-Bit released a working Super NES cartridge of Street Fighter II last year. It came with a fire warning. So this seems like a really crazy way to get attention. To have just random insane things in your collector's edition, so you can raise the price to a ridiculously high price. Like $375, remember, it's just for the game. It's not for a console on top of that. The Insider Collection comes with a disc copy of the game for the PlayStation 4, along with Steam codes for both Inside and Limbo, and the other things, whatever the other things that might include. Like, this is really crazy. It heads right back into the European advertisement department that was selling Dead Island's Definitive Edition by having a bloody torso with the head cut off and the knees cut off on the bust. And it was just panned as being overtly wild, overtly sexual, and overtly bloody. And frankly, just not the kind of statue you would really want to put on your shelf. Most people wouldn't. Like, sure, if I got an action figure of a zombie, I'd put it on my shelf any day of the week. But if I got an action figure of a female zombie in a bikini, I believe the bikini was a American flag bikini style, with the head cut off and the legs cut off, I'm like, no. And if somebody does spend $375 for something from Real Doll for the Inside Collector's Edition, they're probably going to be very disappointed, and they still won't want to put it on their shelves. Sounds like a scam. It's like a loot box stuff. All these loot boxes, like not video game loot boxes, but like Loot Crate, Japan Crate, Food Crate, all of those things make money by getting things that were slightly damaged, or just they overstocked them and it was too much like, I don't know how you say this, like they get things really, really cheap and then tell you that you're getting something that was a made up suggested manufacturer price, when really they're just giving you a bunch of garbage. And that's why I've never really signed up for any of those crates. Frankly, also, even if you do like what they're giving you, they're also going to give you a bunch of stuff that you don't like, and you're just going to end up trashing stuff. It's going to encourage waste. Just buy the things you want, not the things you don't want, or random things you don't even know about. In an interesting delayed response, Hellblade Suna's Sacrifice. Hey man, I've been mispronouncing your name. It's Suna, S-E-N-U-A. I've been mispronouncing it the whole time. Hellblade has been rated for the Xbox One in Taiwan. Like, and this came out, let's see, today? Pretty much. Yep. So this game that's been out for 6 months is now getting rated for the Xbox. Oh, I guess the thing to take away from here is, though, it hasn't been on the Xbox anywhere else. It's only been on the PlayStation 4 and PC. I guess because it was on the PC, it just slipped my mind that there hasn't been an official Xbox One version officially announced. So if you want to play Hellblade and you only have an Xbox One, take note. You may get that. As far as on Steam, it's on my wish list. It's on sale. It's not on sale right now. You can buy it for $30, which is a little expensive. It's rated very positive at 92% of 542 reviews. That would be a game if somebody wishlisted, purchased that and gifted it to me, that I would drop everything and play, which would be great about right now because I'm tired of playing bad games. I keep running into bad games. Also, playing the collection of Star Wars games is inherently going to have some problems there and cause some issues. Like Force Unleashed 2, which is what I'm playing right now, was pretty good at the beginning. It looked like it ran out of steam, though, somewhere around the halfway point, if not the 1/3 point. And you spend less than 5 minutes in Dagobah Swamp, And it's not just that you spend less than 5 minutes and take a bus swamp. It's one hallway with several collectibles right in front of your face to collect. Not even well hidden. Let's see. Slowly going through things that aren't video game related. Apparently there's an alien ocean exploration game called In Other Waters, and it comes with a beautiful reference book according to Eurogamer. Haven't heard of this game. In Other Waters has sailed over its 22,000 pound goal with a day to spare, so it was a Kickstarter game. Let me see if there's anything here that looks interesting to me. Nope, nothing at all. I really don't want to talk about games that have been kickstarted until they're actually delivered, and that one doesn't look like that's that interesting. Anyways, let's see, attack this and play this. This guy is not even playing. Let's see. How does this game work? This is ugly looking game. The Gamma Sutra has an article about it, so it's probably the developer of the game created it, the article. It's called Sura, S-U-A-R-A. Is that like a line in Islam? Like, isn't that what they call the verses of the Bible in their book? I can't even remember the name. The Quran? Is it surahs? Anyways, this game has nothing to do with that. It's some kind of audio game that's reactive to audio. Like maybe you play different music. I don't care. This game looks awful. So if you want to read the blog, The Soundscape of Surah, an audio reactive action game, it's there on Gamma Sutra. Personally, I don't think you'll get too much out of it. Let's see. Tragic Master came on the chat. American server hype right after dinner. Perfect timing. Yep. Well, now that Tragic is back from dinner, maybe he'll help me get the challenge a friend done. That's one victory for the Paladin or Warrior. Tragic Master. Wild Challenge. Of course, the only reason I'm on the American server is because I've skipped most of the daily quests for the European and Asian server. Ubisoft is training an artificial intelligence to squash game bugs before they're written. Not a terrible thought, I suppose, but that's not really gonna work either. Like, here's the thing about AI. Just on a very broad general concept. Artificial intelligence, as the level that I understand it, the technology that is known to the public, and not, let's just not assume that there's some kind of quantum level secret military technology that has AI that thinks smarter than humans and is secretly running the whole planet. Let's just assume that that doesn't exist. The current level, as I understand it on AI, is really good at running scenarios and seeing similarities to common instances of and things that have occurred before. Which is to say, if an AI was looking at a programmer's code and it had already been fed examples of bad code, if the programmer's bad code matched previous examples of bad code, it could catch a bug. However, because programming is iterative for the most part, it's creating something new from scratch. Or at the very least, it's so different that you're probably not going to run into a ton of obvious and recognizable bugs. You're going to create weird things that have never happened before. I imagine for the effort to program an AI to catch bugs in something like Assassin's Creed, which something needs to catch the bugs in Assassin's Creed, definitely, but I don't know what. I don't think it's going to be worth the money and the time. I don't think it's going to catch bugs at all. Let's see. Let's see. Here it says in this article, Ubisoft believes preventing such mistakes could save a lot of cash, around 70% of the cost to be exact. But working commit into the day-to-day development pipeline isn't exactly straightforward. Like the quote before this quote is, it's all about comparing the lines of code we've created in the past, the bugs we've created in them, and the bugs that were corrected, and finding a way to make links between them and provide us with super AI for programmers, he said. Yeah, and that's just not going to work. It would work. It'll work as well as the YouTube algorithm will work. And that's saying it won't work that well at all. By the way, there was a YouTube video on the Creator Insider channel where they go through the page that says things that are not monetizable and not suitable for advertisers, and they just read the page and really don't talk anything about it, or say anything different, or do anything realistic. The two standouts I got from the 10-minute video is that they are perfectly happy and want you to make prank videos, but if you do a prank, the person has to stand up and like not have blood, and if you're using fake blood for some reason, you have to say it's fake blood. And they don't. It's perfectly fine to show yourself pushing your friend off the roof as long as they get up after the roof. But if by chance they break a leg and they're stumbling away and crying in pain and bleeding, then don't put up that video. Maybe you put out the other friend that you push off the roof. I mean, they're still 100% willing and happy to encourage people to do dangerous things. I mean, even that tape around the door frame gag has been just done to death on YouTube, and it's almost consistently a little kid, like either really little kid or a young teenager kid that's walking into the tape, which in my mind makes it slightly worse, because it's usually a parent or sibling that should know better doing it. And then the other thing that was kind of a standout is they specifically focused on talk about the Florida nightclub shooting as being something that they wanted to be more lenient on, but couldn't be, mostly because they support the nightclub was a gay nightclub and they support gay people, and they wanted to support all the gay people on YouTube who wanted to talk about the nightclub shooting, and you could really see in the way they phrased it that they would have loved to monetize all of that, but the advertisers themselves are like, no, we do not want our videos on we don't want our product on any videos talking about a nightclub shooting of any kind or any kind of action like that, regardless of whether it's news or not. It's probably the biggest point where there's a diversion between the community guidelines, where it theoretically is acceptable to talk about news and talk about tragedies, although even in some instances that gets channels deleted and in trouble, versus what advertisers want their ads on. He also did make a lot of talk about how limited ads aren't all ads being taken away, but in my experience, when you had limited ads, you had no ads, just because there weren't that many ads on YouTube in the first place. They didn't add any real helpful information or how to avoid things. They're happy if you bleep things. They're happy if you censor things, but it's only going to be a small contextual thing. The number one thing that will get you in trouble is what's in your thumbnail and what's in your title, and demonetized very quickly because of that. Let's play this. Attack. 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 Just keep on attacking things. ARMS version 5.2 update is out. I think that it's more amazing that they're still just supporting ARMS. It adds a party crash mode called Big Time ARMS to regular battles. And they made some tweaks and changes, added some images to the image gallery, and I guess I kind of do want to play ARMS. My subtle love of boxing games that I never knew I had is now kind of obvious to me, and so I don't know. Like, there's I guess a long list of Nintendo consoles now that I would like to own it someday, but I don't really have time to play those games, particularly since I can't ever show them. I guess now would be the best time to try and show a Nintendo thing, but I might get a content ID strike or a copyright strike actually if I did try to play Nintendo games, and then that would just delete my channel. Let's see. Apparently there was some crazy cards in BlizzCon at BlizzCon for Hearthstone, and they're coming to the arena soon. The 10.4 patch will bring a major overhaul to the drafting system to ensure that bad cards appear less often. Also, let's see. Kriperian was talking about the new system and how it's going to offer cards that are more equal to each other, which he assumes will improve things because it can't get any worse than what it is. Let's see. So the first card is called a 1-mana paladin card called Hand of Salvation. When your second minion dies in a turn, return it to life. The second card is a 5-mana mage spell called Polymorph, : ? Choose a minion, discover a new minion to transform it into. Next card is a 2-mana spell for the druid called Deadeye. For the rest of the game, your hero power can target minions. That seems a little repetitive, that card. Next card is a 3-mana for the shaman called Nature's Champion. Well, actually, the Deadeye might be the hunter. Yeah, it's the hunter card. That's a hard time telling which card's for which class because it's just different colors on the back of it. It's not like I haven't been playing Hearthstone long enough to know these things, but I haven't been paying enough attention. Anyways, the 3-mana spell Nature's Champion for the Druid. Return a friendly minion to your hand to give it +5/+5. There's a 3-mana, I assume, rogue weapon called Blazing Longsword. 2 attack, 3 durability. Also damages minions next to whoever the hero attacks. There's a 2-mana spell for the priest called Generous Spirit. Choose a friendly minion, give it to your opponent, and draw 3 cards. That's an interesting card. There's a 1-mana rogue card called Smoke Bomb. Give a minion stealth until next turn. Draw a card. That's not that crazy of a card. That should just be in the game. All right. This. And then this. There's a 0-mana spell for, I believe, the mage called the Crackling Doom. This might be for the warlock. No, it can't be the warlock. I don't know what it is. It's a blue border, whatever the blue border cards go to. It deal 12 damage to all minions. Overload 10. Oh, it's a shaman card. Overload 10. That is crazy. And then the last card is a 0-mana spell for warlock called Bottled Madness. Replace your hand with random demons. So those cards are coming up in Arena and probably nowhere else. Also damages the minions next to it. Gotta do this. And then do this. And then end the turn. And he Reno Jackson, so I'm gonna lose. Do you have the artifact? This is his deck that is designed to, I believe this is the Dead Man Hand deck where he's designed to get more and more legendaries. There's a game that came out today or March 7th called Forgotten Hill Mementos on Steam. It looks like it's a point-and-click adventure puzzler game. It's kind of horror-ish, black and white. The animation is not a lot there, but doesn't look terrible either. They're asking $1.69. Let's see. Let's hit this. Could have played this and given it 5 and defeated it that time. Let's see. Forgotten Hill almost feels like it's an attempt to be named something similar to Silent Hill. No reviews, or only one review, and it's not in English. Let's look at the developer, FM Studios. I don't know if I can wishlist this game. I think I will. I'll wishlist this and check back. Every sale now, when there's a Steam sale, I'm just gonna have to go and ensure that let's kill all of those. Oh, this is the one where he just makes demons all the time. And he's improved his deck even more. Let's see. Tragic Master says, I'm just digging for the monkey. I will lose in spectacular fashion. Thanks. And he's improved his deck. This is a fun deck he's designed. I may have to steal it at some point if I get ambitious. Part of the problem right now is I'm spending so much time doing the daily quests, and I'm glad they're changing how daily quests are going to work, that just having fun and playing the game is not even being a consideration. Steam database says you can now buy varied trading cards in different quantities in one purchase. That's a nice update to Steam, because whenever I was buying trading cards during a sale, it's a big hassle to have to click the button multiple times and buy different things for different people. I'd much prefer to make it one simple action. It would probably also stop me from overspending money on trading cards, which I definitely do. The past couple sales, I've spent about $25 just making badges and buying trading cards. Gamma Sutra has an article. Magic Leap raised $461 million in fundraising from a Saudi Arabian investment arm, the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. Magic Leap now is it's like a VR headset, I think, but it's like not anywhere close to the Vive or the Oculus Rift. If I'm recalling, Magic Leap got $502 million in funding last year from the Singapore-based investor Temasek, meaning the company has now raised $2.3 billion. Magic Leap makes AR headsets. Yes, they're the ones that Microsoft's augmented reality is supposed to work with. Alright, let's go out with a minion. There we go. Thank you, Tragic Master, for the victory. Let's go back and try to play some ranked, though. Like, I gotta do ranked eventually. Get up to rank 20. Rank 20. And I think I'm probably gonna eventually get rid of all the wild decks and just stick with standard play. I don't think augmented reality is gonna go anywhere, but apparently people do. It may very well work wonders in military technology and things that aren't video games, but everything I've seen as far as augmented reality is a gimmick. It's not anything interesting. Kind of like this game I'm looking at called The Final Days Blood Dawn. And I'm gonna have to be much more discerning, or just not mention these games that I'm looking at, because this is kind of nothing. No reviews. It's the Final Days 2 sequel to the Final Days. I don't even see Final Days available for purchase on Steam. It's a game slash virtual novel. And the developer hasn't developed anything else according to Steam. Tragic Master says, thank you for the fun game. Love me some monkey. Yes, thank you, Tragic, for letting me win. I'm a very needy YouTuber who needs people to help him win. Otherwise, he's going to get caught playing these games forever. There's a Banner Saga inspired game called Ashes of the Gods that launches on PC this month and later this year on consoles, according to Eurogamer. It's a Kickstarter thing. The concept of it being kind of like Banner Saga, except for it's more, I guess you're going with more of a medieval thing instead of a Viking theme. I mean, you're barely changing much. And then there's this one guy that has all kinds of like piercings on his stomach. It's like in an odd way. Or tattoos on his stomach, and it's just being animated weirdly. Doesn't seem like that's the main character that you're playing as, however. Let's see. Ashes of the Gods raised $87,031 when it launched Kickstarter last May. And it has a Steam launch date for March the 23rd. So I guess I'll just wishlist it as a pre-order type game and we'll see. Although, frankly, I don't think the Banner Saga style of games really interests me that much. So I'm going to probably not play that one. Let's see. Let's play this to start with and snipe it. Should have played something with. Should have played this. Should have thought things through. Netflix believes VR is better suited to gaming than video streaming, so don't expect to see any unique VR content from Netflix anytime soon. Which is kind of weird because Netflix on its mobile phone platform could probably support VR elements in the same way that well, YouTube supports 360 video. Honestly, though, if Netflix were to start supporting 3D video, it would almost certainly be because they're supporting 3D video porn. That's what I would assume is the only thing you would even really want to make with it right now. Last thing I want to do is sit down and relax and watch a movie and then have to turn my head left and right and get a crick in my neck to see things. And I don't like the 360 YouTube video for the same reason. This was an interesting story that happened at the end of last stream, as we're about to wrap up the end of this stream. A game called Bokosuka Girls, Takatsunoko Gakken Climax has had its development temporarily halted. And then you're seeing a picture here of, looks like 3 fighter, like, women anime girls. After years of silence, developer V3 has announced that the development of the game has temporarily halted. Thank you very much for your continued support, they say. Should I attack? I don't think so. Not yet. Let's play this next turn and then this. At this time, we would like to inform you that the development of the game, which was in development at our company, has temporarily halted. Although development on this title has continued since the announcement in 2013, editors note this is an error on V3's part. It was announced in 2014. We have temporarily halted development. So this game has been in development for now 5 years. Due to the current state of the consumer game development and our company's direction going forward. To everyone looking forward to this release of this title, as well as the Tokusuka Noko production, who were very cooperative, we are terribly sorry. We will strive to develop games that everyone can enjoy in the future. Please give V3 your continuous support in the future. Let's see. The game Bokusuka Girls was announced first for the PS Vita in September 2014. I only received a few updates since and a few screenshots of trailer. Let's watch this character review and some story and gameplay details. And it was supposed to originally come out. So we were gonna do this, and we were gonna do this, and then we were going to attack with this, and then the turn. And let's watch this trailer. It was supposed to come out in spring 2015, so there's 3 years past. So I think these fighter girls are, it's like supposed to be a fighting game based on a specific famous animator who you probably wouldn't know if you're not into anime. And the girls that they're based, the characters they're based after don't even look like the characters that are being animated. So there's some real craziness going on here. Like they're girl versions, some of which of robots. Now that it's canceled, I want to know what kind of game this was. Let's see, the details were swimsuit battle, story mode, and the power of J suits, whatever that is. So it was probably a visual novel more than anything else. They had no clue what this was. They got a license, they decided to try and make a game, and they failed pretty miserably on it. Freezing trap, darn it. Let's see, Hearthstone's ranked play mode was fixed, in case anybody was getting up to legendary and it was mismatching you. I talked about that. Equip a weapon, and then play this, and then attack. Please don't be a freezing trap. And it's a freezing trap. That was annoying. Let's see, I still have a ton of things. A ton of things. Apparently you can turn Widowmaker into Kerrigan with a free Overwatch skin as part of the StarCraft's 20th anniversary celebration. Let's see if I can see how that works. It seems like it's really just a skin that mostly looks like the outfit that Kerrigan was wearing, not the Queen of Blades outfit when she was the Queen of Blades, though. It's the sniper stealth suit outfit. You're not welcome. You're not welcome at all. Yeah, it's not a super interesting outfit, but if you're playing Overwatch, go get that skin, sure. And let's just move this into casual. Maybe we can get a Paladin victory. Just closing tabs. Let's see. Far Cry 5 Season Pass trailer teases a Blood Dragon style post-launch adventures with zombies and something like being lost on Mars and something like a Vietnam movie, a war movie. So, more evidence, in my opinion, that Far Cry 5 is not going to take its main story very seriously. Or, at the very least, they're not taking their DLC very seriously, and I don't see how you have a non-serious DLC added onto a very serious game. So, I think it's just all going to be a joke. Far Cry 5 comes out March 27th. I expect there to be some major criticism to it when it does. Interesting story from PC Gamer. Warhorse Studios cannot guarantee any specific date for a Kingdom Come Deliverance patch. The originally expected 2 weeks after the launch, patch 1.3 has yet to arrive, despite hints it is nearly ready. Yeah, that's part of the problem of buying games before they're finished, or selling your games before they're finished. PC Gamer has an article. An upcoming PUBG test build will eliminate Wonder Woman style bullet blocking. Limb penetration means the incoming bullets won't be blocked by a hand or arm. Expect to take more damage. So apparently, currently you can shoot somebody in their hand in front of them, and that will do less damage than if you just shot them with their hand not being in that position. Which is kind of weird, because I can't imagine too many people found a way to use that to their advantage. Yeah, I don't care about this game. Wargroove, PC Gamer has an article. Wargroove shows off new commanders ahead of its late 2018 release. The game's not even out, and they're just advertising something called Wargroove that is not very good looking of a game. Looks like a mobile phone game. We talked about the PlayStation 4 Pro God of War bundle. It looks alright, but not great. Like, it doesn't have anything but really the axe on top of it, and I don't think for $400 US it's worth it to get a PlayStation Pro 4 Pro and God of War, although that might actually be a bit of a discount. It is also the 5th option to buy God of War, because there's the Stonemason edition and the collector's edition. Stonemason edition is $150, collector's edition is $130, digital deluxe edition is $70, and the bare bones standard edition is $60. Which there's a lot of implication that the bare bones standard edition may not include a season pass or similar things that you really would need to get the full experience. Gamma Citra has an article, How to Build a Twitch Following, Twitch is hard, yo. I'm gonna read that personally later, but let's see. Step 1 is find your personality. Step 2 is build a streaming schedule. Step 3 is promote. I'm really bad at sticking to schedules, and I'm really bad at spending the time to promote myself when I'd prefer to just make content. And I don't know how you promote yourself without coming off as obnoxious or just rude, or spending a lot of money to promote yourself. Step 4 is listen to your community, which always a good idea. Step 6 is learn, rinse, and repeat. And those are the chapter headings. The Roguevania game Dead Cells is getting its final content update before leaving early access. So now would be the time to probably start to get into Dead Cells, and so many people are probably have already played it and are done with it and have no interest whatsoever in the game. Yeah, I don't see how I'm gonna win here. I'm gonna have to kill this guy and do 10 damage. Let's see. Dead Cells is early access and 33% off, so it's $13.39. It's on my wish list. I'd love another Metroidvania style game. Always looking for one that's good. Of course, I have like Axiom Verge that I haven't gotten around to playing. Let's see. Somebody was talking about a game called Blowout that came out in 2003. Why was somebody talking about this game? It has no reviews, but it came out in 2003. This may be like the first time it's been available on Steam though. But boy, does it not look good for. I mean, it's a 2003 game, and it's not like a AAA game at that. It's published by Majesco, developed by Terminal Reality. But there's really nothing here that would make you want to play that game. Let's just keep pounding on this guy. Let's see, Blowout is also, it's the same developer as the people who made Blood Rain, and I own Blood Rain and Blood Rain 2. I don't know. All of those are really old games, but maybe if you have some nostalgia for a game called Blowout that came out on October 20th in 2003, you might want to play that. I still haven't even gotten my icons back. Keep on trying. I'm gonna stick with the warrior. It seems like he wins more often. There's a new trailer for a game called Solo that's an introspective puzzle adventure. It has a Steam page. Let's kind of skip through. It looks like it's a sailing game, kind of like that Zelda Wind Waker game. That is interesting. And it came out April 26, 2018, which is to say it hasn't come out at all. But I will wishlist this because this immediately caught my eye. It's made by Team Gotham, who made The Guest, which... What is The Guest? Trailer. Come on. Stop showing me logos and show me the actual trailer of the game. Well, apparently, The Guest was an indie game. It looks interesting. How much is The Guest right now? $10. That's a little expensive for, but it is rated mostly positive, 79%. So that this Team Gotham might be an up-and-comer. That might make some really cool games in the future, so I'll try and keep an eye on them. Come on. BlackBerry sues Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp for a mobile messaging patent infringement. I'm sure that'll go nowhere. A game called Way of the Fist, Way of the Passive Fist is out now. There's a giant bomb. Quick look on it. It looks like it's pretty boring. A game. Here, I'll look on the Steam. There's like 8 reviews right now. It's kind of like a beat 'em up brawler, except for it's working on a deflective, like, counter attack moves only, and that just makes the game more complicated and not that good. Let's see. All the reviews I'm seeing are recommended. I can't actually believe that, actually. Let's see. One of them was received for free. Let's see, review types. There are no negative reviews. There are just 10 positive reviews right now, which seems a little high. Particularly for this game, because this game does not look like the type of game that would deserve a 100% out of 10 review, positive review. Your Gamer has an article. Far Cry 5's arcade map maker includes Assassin's Creed and Watchdog elements. I don't know what the arcade map maker is, though. And the video, let's see. Far Cry Arcade will let you cobble together your own solo co-op or player versus player multiplayer levels using more than 9,000 elements from Far Cry 5, Far Cry 4, and Far Cry Primal, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Unity, and Watch Dogs, but nothing from Assassin's Creed Origin. And I imagine the reason why all of these elements work together is because they're all Ubisoft and running on the same engine, and the same version of the same engine, it seems. Do this. And then end the turn. Then remember Snap Map for Doom, where there was this multiplayer put in Doom, the reboot of Doom, and everybody was talking about how they were trying to hype it up like everybody was going to be playing multiplayer on that. Nobody's playing with multiplayer Doom. So I feel like Far Cry Arcade is the same type thing. it's a waste of effort, a waste of programming energy. They could have done better things with their time. There we go. Let's see. State of Decay 2 finally launches on Xbox One and PC this May 22nd. So, State of Decay. It looks like it might be a survival PUBG style world with zombies. All these zombie games, H1Z1 came out of early access. Like, all these games have finally given up trying to milk every dollar out of their player base because now people are playing PUBG instead. So they're coming out and saying, hey, let's get one less push of income before we take the money and run. I imagine is their next move. There's another platformer that came out March 6th called Bacon Man an Adventure from SkyMac Games. Let's see if any of these reviews are in English. Let's see. Recommended. All recommended. Man, when these people launch games, it seems like they have 10 people who will write a recommendation. Again, 13 recommendations, all positive. Like, to start with. And even having that positive level of recommendations doesn't really help anything because it's not really promoting your game. Yeah, Bacon Man looks like it's just a platforming adventurer with some beat 'em up skills. I almost for a second want to give it a fair shake and play it, but it just doesn't look good graphically. Then looking at what else they've made, they haven't made anything and they want $20 for the game. Yeah, I'm just not willing to risk it to test out a newbie game developer, as far as I can tell. Washington became the first state to pass net neutrality laws, which hopefully that will slightly stymie the continuing of the destruction of net neutrality. I'm not sure if it really will. Inherently, it might be a lot easier than we think to destroy net neutrality in every state that doesn't have a net neutrality protecting law, and maintain net neutrality in the 1 or 2 states that do. According to TechSpot, Comcast is boosting Xfinity internet download speeds for some users, but you may need a new modem for the faster speeds to take effect. If you're a sad sap that has Comcast and has to deal with them, you might want to look into that. Faster speeds would be nice. Always. I had to reset my router just because like the internet was just slow for no reason. Moving on. Death Rattle summon a 4/2 elemental. I kind of want that, so how am I gonna do this? Let's do this, and then play this, and then do that. Gamma Sutra has an article. Tencent plans to introduce in-game contracts between parents and kids. This is a terrible idea. I've seen parents try to have their kids sign contracts. First of all, kids don't know the weight or severity of contracts any better than most people know the weight or severity of contracts. And second of all, it is completely like the parents force their kids to do things. That's just it. That's how it works. Like, parents are effectively going to inherently force their kids to sign these contracts that the kids would not want to sign anyways. There's never been a parent-kid contract where the kids are getting a fair deal or something that they or a better, more than fair deal for themselves. Kids aren't going to follow it. It's ridiculous. But Tencent, the Chinese company, is trying to pretend like it cares and it's going to do something about it. So the idea of introducing contracts that the kids would have to sign. Now in China, maybe these maybe this would end up with the kids being thrown in jail, but I mean, if the kids break the contract, I don't know, but it seems really ridiculous. Here's the quote. So to quell those fears, the mobile outfit now intends to introduce in-game contracts between parents and children, letting them hash out terms for playtime. The new feature would give parents another way to control how much time their children spend playing, letting them dish out playtime in exchange for doing chores and completing homework. So they're integrating a lot of those chore chart type apps into their game, which isn't a terrible thought. In theory, it'll mean parents won't have to worry about children prioritizing the game, which currently has over 200 million users. The game I think they're talking about is League of Legends over their real-world pursuits. Now, I could go into a bigger conversation, but I don't really care to, about how there are not a lot of opportunities for Chinese people in China, so real world pursuits may not really be that existent. Did I lose or did I win? Tencent has already implemented time and age restrictions. So the youth can't overindulge, although kids have been just buying fake IDs to get around that. And I'm not sure how much of this is really concern of parents and how much of this is just concern of the government themselves. Let's see. Moving on, Gematsu has an article. Mega Dimension Neptunia VIIR launches May 8th in North America. Good for it. What kind of game is this? Some kind of battle system in it, so that tells me something. It includes a story mode and a fighting mode and a PlayStation VR mode, but I think you can play the rest of it. Let's see, we already talked about that. We already talked about that. So many links opened multiple times. My Twitter messed up because I didn't look at it. I literally didn't look at it for one day, and then all of a sudden it stopped showing me things chronologically. And so I had to go through my Twitter like twice. Gematsu has an article. Ys 8 Almost said Yeez VII for PC launches in April. So another Yeez game on PC. It's also available right now on PS4, Vita, and it's coming to the Switch this summer. Tragic Master says good game on the chat. Oh, I hate you. If I had only gotten the one with charge. There's a Joker. I can only call it a Joker called Rokaplay, ROKAPLAY, on Steam that's selling a game called Zombie Solitaire 2 Chapter 1 for $10. And they also have Chapter 2 for $10 and Chapter 3. So like $30 for a solitaire game that's like only partially solitaire and is also bejeweled in other mixes of games. Looking at all the things they've put on Steam, they're all $8.99 or maybe a little less. And I lost. One more game before silent mode because I keep running into things. Just a ton of casual game garbage. So stay away from them. Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition is on Steam now. Maybe wait for a patch. Let's see. TechSpot says sources say Diablo 3 is coming to the Nintendo Switch despite Blizzard's denial. I think later on Blizzard did finally admit it. I don't know, maybe they're not. I saw a review for the game that recently came out, Fear Effect Sedna, S-E-D-N-A. It's getting mixed reviews. 62% of 16 reviews are positive. People don't really like it. It's kind of a shame, so I'm going to take it off my following list. I don't know why it was on the following list, per se. Feels like that should have probably been on the wish list. I guess I was iffy myself on the game. Rock Paper Shotgun has a review for All Walls Must Fall. Let's see what they have to say about it, if we can boil it down into a sentence or not. Let's see. As long as you're aware of the limitations and can endure a few false steps, that's worth the price of entry. All Walls Must Fall is available for Windows, Mac, and Linux on Steam for £7.19, which I think will translate into $9.99. Ooh. Sounds like the pound may have fallen. I think All Walls Must Fall is a music-based game, and for that reason I don't think I'm really into it. But it does look like something that other people would like. I'll put it on the wish list, though. I'll see. I'll think about it for a while. Let's see. What are we playing? What can we play? Play this and this. And then end the turn. There's a game called Minute, M-I-N-I-T, which is a Zelda-style adventure game where you die every minute. I don't think it's fair really to describe it as a Zelda-style game in these days. It is like Zelda 1, except for it's black and white and low number of pixels, low resolution. What can you really achieve in a minute? It's like half-minute Hero, I would suppose, except for way worse with way less features and like everything that you kind of could like about half-minute Heroes not really being available. Let's see. Do I need to kill something? I don't think so. Yeah, I can't for the life of me think people would really want to play Minute. The black and whiteness is crazy. Let's see. One more game. Keep getting my butt handed to me. One more casual game. Let's see. Tragic Bastard said, "My bad, I thought the 7-1 weapon was gonna go to fatal for lethal. I really like big minion play too. Awesome." Yeah, when I play that character that gets a lot of attack and health, it feels really great, but sadly it very rarely works. Like, the late game is not strong with me at all. Is this game in English? Seems like it is. What kind of game is this? Adventure, casual. It's got some puzzles in it. It's got some point and click looking elements in it. I'm gonna wishlist this game, but not really talk about it because I don't even. It just looks like a point and click adventure game. I'll say the name. It's called Blake and Mortimer: The Curse of the 30 Denarii. Came out March 6th. It looks like it's mostly French. Maybe based on a comic book. Same creator also on the same day released a game called Alice in Wonderland Hidden Objects, which, you know what, for a hidden object game that's a little bit more consistent, although they want $2 for it, so I'd wait till it goes on sale down to $1 or less. So both a point and click adventure game and a hidden object game, same day, same developer. And there's another point and click game called 13 Lost Identity. Wait a minute, is this the same person too? Well, it is, but they misspelled their name. So 3 games from the exact same person. I guess if you are flooding the market, however, with cheap games, I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but if you were gonna do that, you would put them all out in the exact same day. It's like, yeah, and it's not only the developer, it's the publisher too. It's the same publisher for all 5 games. Just flood Steam with 5 games on the same day. That's not a good way to make money. Let's do that. And then do that. Clicker Heroes, Gamma Sutra has an article. Clicker Heroes devs speak out over patent troll threats. Jim Sterling also talked about that. Basically, a patent troll was trying to extort money out of them, legally or illegally, is debatable. And finally, I'm at the Humble Bundles. Finally. Let's see, is there anything? There is this music bundle on the Humble store that's not video game related, but if you want or need musical equipment, musical software, let's see, Music Maker, EDM Edition, Video Sound Clean Library, Adobe Studio 10. If you pay more than $17.49, you can get Adobe Studio 10. I am noticing, however, a lot of these license keys are for Windows only, so they're not like Mac things. And if you pay $20 or more, you get Acid Pro 7. So pay $30 or more, you get SoundForge Pro 11 and Samplitude Pro X2 Silver. A lot of these I don't know, but I do know Adobe Studio and Acid Pro probably are up there as far as big music software for $30 a license, assuming it's not a year-only license, which I don't believe that's the case. Oh, I totally screwed up there. Should have attacked with that first. I shouldn't have attacked at all. Let's just end the turn. Let's see. The Games Brawler thing has the Brawler Games Humble Bundle has 3 days left, I believe, and that's the only video game Humble Bundle. Let's see. 5 days and 15 hours. Some decent Brawler games in there. And then, what is this? They're advertising the Humble Monthly on the list too. Interesting. So, yeah, not really a lot to talk about as far as the Humble Bundle. So, now let's go back to Twitter. Laughably, Twitter thinks I only have 4 new tweets, which in the 3 hours I've been streaming, I can almost guarantee you that that is not the case. Well, can't get past this guy. So let's scroll down. There's a new Half in the Bag. Came out. Jeff Keighley is posting a picture of the inside of Valve Studios, so he's visiting Valve. Jeff Keighley makes a video game awards. There's a game called Code of Princess EX Hacking and Slashing game that's coming to the Switch. It was a DS game originally. It's like a hack and slash brawler. I saw a fan-made version of a fan game of Streets of Rage, which looked really interesting. Should I try and attack this guy? Not yet. Hmm. Hmm. Scrolling down, trying to see if there's any actual video game news. Hmm. Hmm. Still scrolling down. There's a lot of not video game news on my feed still. I'm trying to get rid of all of that. There's a new game called Crusaders of Light, according to Steam. I don't understand. We'll talk about that one tomorrow, Friday. I don't understand why Steam seems to advertise specific games, but not other games. That seems a little odd. I'm not gonna attack. Now, Gamma Sutra is saying Trump's meeting with the game industry over gun violence may be a debate. Let's see. So it seems like other people are gonna show up and see. Inherently, that was the thing, is that the video game industry was gonna show up, and there was gonna be some lobbyist who's being paid by the NRA and other organizations to make the exact opposite claims than what the people who would know are gonna say. I can't do anything here. I've lost. Yeez 8 Lacrimosa of Dana will come to PC in April. I think we already talked about that. Scroll down here. PC Gamer has an article, can your PC run Final Fantasy 15? Here's a benchmark. Here's how to run the benchmark and what settings to expect. I might do that just to see how old my computer is now. I can't do anything at all. Nothing. Battleship Lone Wolf 2 came out on Steam. Crusaders of Light came out on Steam. I'm just gonna start mentioning games. I'm not even looking at them. Apparently it's 25 years today since Myst came out, and that's why Cyan was flooding my Twitter feed with Myst references. The game Golem is apparently coming out, and maybe it's not in VR anymore. It used to be a VR only game. Still can't do anything. The Evil Within number 43, that's gotta be the second to last, if not last episode. Came out 2 hours ago on my channel. Let's see. Microsoft introduces a new installer format that could mean big changes for Win32 and Universal Windows Platform, UWP. Still can't do anything. He's just toying with me. That's another game we'll talk about Friday. tips for designing Facebook instant games. No, thank you. Don't need to read that one. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford retweeted an FX animations from Battleborn. Guess that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Still can't do anything. Like, if I get the one guy that throws all these weapons that gets really powerful, then I could potentially do something, but it doesn't matter. He'll just defeat me anyways. And see, Hearthstone number 850 aired 3 hours ago on my channel. Which, I don't know if on my channel is actually accurate. Do the videos actually air on my channel, or do they air in subscribers' feeds and barely at that? That awful game, Drake of the 99 Dragons, is now available on Steam. Let's see, HQ Trivia app secures $15 million in fundraising. Interesting. How many of these can I do?
My hand is full.
4 hours ago. I think I may be close to seeing everything on my Twitter feed. Inherently, I take on too much. That's the thing. Once I start looking at every single game, there's how many can I play? 2? Yeah, he's right. Nothing can stop him. He killed my character. See, Rise of the Tomb Raider number 36 came out 4 hours ago on my channel. Let's see. And we started streaming 4 hours ago, so I am now back to the top of my Twitter, which means this can be the last game. Let's see. Tragic Master goes, fun game time. No, nowhere close. Like, it's silent play time throughout the hours and hours and hours. I've made like no progress at all. I needed to get 3 more victories with Paladin and Warrior, and I need to get at least, I think, 10 victories. So what I'm gonna do is not accept this challenge and end the talking portion of the stream, and then I'm gonna switch back to the European account and play some silent gameplay there until I can get those daily quests done. Sorry, Tragic Master, but there's just so much that has to be done, and there's a decent chance that I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle of playing it, so I'll try not to do that. Anyways, that's the end of this talking portion. A lot of news, a lot of Hearthstone to play, not a lot of success. I don't know which one I can blame that on, other than just the random matchmaking that Hearthstone does. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.